Many thanks for joining us on the newsroom. I'm Tamilora Akinkulie, and these are the stories we're following at the moment. Ahead of the governorship election in Kogi, Imo, and Bayelsa states, the Department of State Services (DSS) has cautioned against the use of inflammatory statements by persons of influence in the country as they call for peace during the polls. The Director of Public Relations and Strategic Communication of DSS, Peter Afunaya, said the service had observed rising trend and patterns of incendiary comment by some personalities of influence and representatives of non-governmental entities within and outside the country. It therefore warned that individuals or groups that may decide to engage in illegitimate act or inimical conduct to public order will be decisively dealt with as dictated by the law. Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development Festus Keyamo has appealed to Labour leaders to cease the disruption of aviation activities across the country, condemning the alleged molestation of the Nigerian Labour Congress chairman Joe Ajaero. The minister advised that as much as possible, people must avoid environments that will cause such manhandling. According to him, the Ministry of Aviation was not involved in the alleged molestation of the Labour leader, and he appealed that the ministry be left alone because in targeting aviation, it affects both foreigners and Nigerians. The House of Representatives has resolved to engage the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies in the restoration of nation's security measures and make it an integral part of the solution. Presented the motion, Abdulsaman Dasuki said Nigeria faces numerous security challenges, including insurgency, terrorism, and general criminal activities affecting all regions and citizens' lives. The House has resolved to revisit the report of the 9th House of Representatives Special Committee on National Security, review the document, and consider its recommendations. And the federal government says it will summon contractors and developers of federal housing projects in the country, as it would no longer tolerate abandoned housing projects in the country when millions of Nigerians are in need of housing. According to the Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmed Dangiwa, the ministry realized that some of the developers or contractors do not have the managerial or financial capacity. Dangiwa said the ministry will be inviting all the developers to a conversation so that they can know the reason behind their abandoned projects. And on the global scene, Saudi Arabia is set to sign over $500 million deal agreement with African countries at the ongoing Saudi Arab-African Economic Conference in Riyadh. Saudi Arabia Finance Minister Mohammed Al-Jaddan revealed that the Saudi Fund for Development will finalize agreement amounting to $533 million with various African countries. Additionally, Saudi Investment Minister Khalid Al-Fatih unveiled plans for the substantial and transformative investment in Africa through Saudi Arabia's public investment funds, which boast a worth of over $700 billion. Still on the global scene, the United Nations Association of the USA has emphasized the organization's commitment to the values and principles of the United Nations amid the conflict in the Middle East, demanding an immediate humanitarian ceasefire between Hamas and Israel. The organization, in a statement to mark the one-month anniversary of the killings of 1,400 Israelis by Hamas and the abduction of more than 200 hostages, called for their unconditional release. The group also demanded the immediate and unconditional release of civilians held by hostage by Hamas and unimpeded humanitarian access to meet the urgent needs unfolding in Gaza. And in sports, Brazilian Al Hilal forward Neymar was given a serious scare as his girlfriend Bona Biancardi's house was invaded and robbed by 3 criminals in Coxilha, Sao Paulo, Brazil. According to reports, the influencer and the newborn were not at home at the time of the attack. However, her parents who were home were tied up. The gang fled the scene when neighbors called security after noticing some odd activities in the house. In a statement by Sao Paulo Department of Public Security, a 20-year-old man has been arrested by the police in connection of the incident. And that's all on the newsroom. Many thanks for watching. I'm Tamilora Akinkulie. Bye for now.